Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United agree 60 million deal to sign Casemiro on a 4-year contract from Real Madrid. Casemiro's medical has been scheduled for today. Casemiro has agreed personal terms with Manchester United. Real Madrid will approve Manchester United's offer for Casemiro. Man United have been in advanced discussions with Real Madrid. Casemiro could possibly make his Man United debut against Liverpool on Monday. Casemiro is a defensive midfielder. He's been at Real Madrid since 2013. So he's been a long-serving player at Real Madrid. He's been at Real Madrid for almost 10 years. Don't forget, before he was on loan with Real Madrid twice. At Real Madrid, he's made over 200 appearances and scored 24 goals. He's under contract with Real Madrid until 2025. At Real Madrid, he's won 3 La Liga titles, 5 Champions Leagues. Earlier on this month, won the UEFA Super Cup. You know, Casemiro will be a good signing for Manchester United. At one point he had a loan spell with Porto, and when he was younger he was at Sao Paulo. So it's looking like Casemiro will be Man United's 4th summer signing. Because so far this summer, Manchester United have made 3 signings. Manchester United signed Tyrell Malacia from Feyenoord. Man United signed Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. When Eriksen officially signed, he signed a 3-year contract, and Manchester United signed Lisandro Martinez from Ajax in a deal worth 57 million. Martinez is under contract with the club until 2027. There's an option of a further 12 months. But, you know, Man United have already said that they are confident of making more signings before transfer deadline. The transfer window shuts in, 2 weeks? But we've been in for a lot of players. Man United have been in for Antony from Ajax. We recently had an €80 million bid rejected for Antony. Well, Ajax have said that they want around 70 million for Antony. Not so long ago, Manchester United were in for Adrian Rabiot from Juventus, but David Ornstein said that Adrian Rabiot's move to Manchester United is now off due to Rabiot's high wage demands. Revert back to the other week, it said that Manchester United agreed a 15 million fee with Juventus for Adrian Rabiot, and Man United were working on signing Rabiot from Juventus. Throughout the course of the summer, Manchester United have been trying to get Frenkie de Jong. Not so long ago it said that Man United's offer for Frenkie de Jong expired as the Dutchman turned down a 70 million switch to Old Trafford. The other week it said that Man United agreed a deal with Frenkie de Jong's agent, and Man United were confident of landing Frenkie de Jong by the end of this week. And not so long ago, Man United were in for Jamie Vardy. Said we were considering a move for him, and Court Offside said that Man United were ready to offer Jamie Vardy a 1-year deal. Let me put into the equation that Manchester United have let players go this year. As you all know, Manchester United have decided to sell James Garner. I heard that Forest and Tottenham want in. Garner's under contract with Man United till 2024. Not so long ago, Man United loaned Ethan Laird out to QPR. We also loaned Alex Telles out to Sevilla with no buy option. Well, I knew Telles was going to be leaving the club when Man United signed Terrell Malacia. Man United also loaned Dean Henderson out to Nottingham Forest. We let Lee Grant leave earlier on this year. Man United let Jesse Lingard leave when his contract expired. Lingard went to Nottingham Forest. We also let Matic go. He went to Roma, so he's reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Pogba made a return to Juventus. Man United let Pogba go on a free for the second time when his contract expired back in June. Man United also let Juan Mata leave on a free. We let Cavani leave on a free earlier on this year. Manchester United also sold Andreas Pereira, and we let quite a few young players go. And like I've said, more players are on their way out of the football club. Cristiano Ronaldo could still be leaving Manchester United. He recently said that Cristiano Ronaldo will soon reveal the truth about his future. Don't forget, Ronaldo got cautioned over that mobile phone incident. Revert back to last season, Ronaldo smashed an Everton fan's phone. Man United are ready to consider offers for Ronaldo. Man United could let the striker leave in this transfer window. A number of clubs have been in for him. I've been hearing recently that Ronaldo's former club Sporting Lisbon have been in for him. Don't forget, Ronaldo began his playing career at Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last year from Juventus. Ronaldo's been his second spell at Man United. Since he re-signed, he's got 18 goals in the Premier League. He has 24 goals in all competitions. He has a good pedigree as a player. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Ronaldo played in Man United's 4-0 thrashing of Brentford last week. He came on in Man United's defeat to Brighton at Old Trafford on the opening day. Ronaldo did miss the vast majority of Man United's pre-season friendlies due to personal reasons. Revert back to Man United's final pre-season friendly against Rayo Vallecano. Ronaldo left before the end of the friendly, so that stirred suggestions up. You know, Marcus Rashford could possibly leave Manchester United. Not so long ago, it did say that PSG were interested in signing Marcus Rashford. RMC Sports said the other week that PSG begun discussions for Marcus Rashford, and PSG value Rashford at around 60 million. But Man United did insist that Marcus Rashford is not for sale. And we're looking to agree new contracts for Rashford. Rashford's contract at Man United expires next year. He has been part of the football club for a long time. He came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. And Rashford's gone on to make over 300 appearances, and he's scored over 90 goals. I think next year Manchester United could sell Fred. Fred is not good enough to represent the club. You know, Fred has played a lot of games alongside Scott McTominay in the centre and midfield, and quite clearly Fred and McTominay do not complement each other. Don't get me wrong, Fred's had his good games at Man United. Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million, brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. I do believe we also need to get rid of McTominay because he's not good enough. But McTominay's still young, he's got a lot of development in him. The best games I recall McTominay having as a United player. McTominay played very well in the cup game against Aston Villa last season. He scored in that game. He played well in the 5-1 win against Leeds. He also played well in the 6-2 win against Leeds. He scored twice early on in that game. And he played well against Norwich last season. Revert back to 2020, McTominay committed his future to the club because he signed a 5-year contract. I think Manchester United will sell Victor Lindelof, but not until next year. Lindelof's not one of our first choice centre-halves. He was no longer one of our first choice centre-halves when Man United signed Varane. But Lindelof, you know, he's played a lot of games alongside Maguire in our back line, and Lindelof and Maguire have not complemented each other. Lindelof's played games alongside Bailly. At times when they've played together, they've complemented each other well. Let me make an admission, Lindelof and Bailly looks better than Lindelof and Maguire. Lindelof's played games alongside Varane, he's played alongside Jones. I think he's also played alongside Tuanzebe. Lindelof, by the way, is now injured. Man United got him from Benfica back in 2017 in a deal worth 31 million. Lindelof's under contract with the club until 2024. Manchester United also need to get rid of Harry Maguire. He's not good enough. He is still Manchester United captain at the moment. Because earlier on this year, Eric Ten Hag said he's still got faith in Maguire. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire because he's not a leader. As you all know, Ten Hag is considering dropping Harry Maguire for the game against Liverpool on Monday. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and Maguire's been at Man United for around 3 years. Brandon Williams, he's on his way out of the club as well. Last season he was out on loan with Norwich. Williams is actually out with injury at the moment. I think Manchester United could consider selling Luke Shaw if he doesn't pick up form and he doesn't stop getting injuries and stuff. You know, Luke Shaw's enjoyed a terrible start to this season. Shaw was very poor last season, but there again he had injuries. Despite us signing Terrell Malacia, Luke Shaw appears to still be our first choice left back. Shaw's been at Man United for around 9 years, so he's been a long serving player. His contract at the club expires next year. I think Manchester United are going to get rid of Tuan Zebe. Last season he was out on loan with Aston Villa. He's enjoyed 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. Phil Jones, we're also going to get rid of him. He's not one of our first choice centre halves. Eric Bailly, Man United are going to get rid of him. Again, he's not one of our first choice centre halves. And I think Delon and Wan-Bissaka could be on the way out of the club. But like I've said, we do need a massive clear out. Manchester United have enjoyed a terrible start to the Premier League season. You know, Manchester United have lost the first 2 league games, got thrashed to Brentford last weekend 4-0 and lost our opening game to Brighton at Old Trafford 2-1. So Man United at the moment are bottom of the table with 0 points. So Erik ten Hag's reign as manager has got off to an awful start. But Erik ten Hag is totally blameless for the poor performances and the poor results. You know, it's the players that have got to take responsibility. The board are partly to blame as well. I revert back to what I've said on a lot of my recent videos. You know, I do like Ten Hag. He's a good manager. I've got faith in him. He needs time. You know, Ten Hag is aware that he's got big expectations to exceed at Manchester United. You know, Ten Hag is inheriting Deadwood. The vast majority of this squad is not his. You know, there's only 3 players that are his, and they're the 3 players he's brought in this year. Don't forget, this is the first ever time that Ten Hag is managing in the Premier League, and the Premier League's totally different to the Dutch League. You've got to admire what Ten Hag did when he was at Ajax, because when he was at Ajax he won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019 he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and he also developed the young players well. You know, Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. You know, Ten Hag's under contract to Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Now, as you all know, the Glazers are still at Manchester United. And we've got to get the Glazers out of the club because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time now. As you all know, Man United fans are planning a protest against the Glazers ahead of the game against Liverpool on Monday. Well, the vast majority of Man United fans have been protesting against the Glazers for a long time now. The Glazers have owned Manchester United since 2005. So they've owned the club now for around 17 years. They purchased the club for just 500 million. Now the club's valued at 5 billion. Like I updated you not so long ago, the Glazer family are open to selling a minority stake in Man United. Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy Manchester United. He's one of Britain's richest men. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a billionaire. He's worth 15 billion. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the CEO of Ineos Chemical Group and he's the owner of Nice. the other day, Elon Musk joked about buying Man United. Because at the first, he said he was planning to buy the club. Elon Musk is an American billionaire who's worth around 218 billion. He said the other week that Michael Knighton was preparing a bid to buy the club from the Glazer family. Revert back to 20 years, 1989, Michael Knighton tried to buy Man United, but he aborted a £20 million bid. Michael Knighton is well known for his involvement in Man United and Carlisle. We've also got Steve McLaren and Mitchell van der Gag at the club. They're working alongside Ten Hag. You know, Ten Hag was the one that recommended them in. We've got Benny McCarthy at the club. We have Richard Arnold, who's our CEO. He replaced Woodward when Woodward resigned. John Murtaugh, he's our Director of Football. And the other week, Sir Alex Ferguson came back to Manchester United in an advisory role. So there you go. 5 managers though have left Man United since Ferguson. Obviously, Moyes got sacked, Louis van Gaal got sacked, Mourinho got sacked, Solskjaer got sacked last year, and earlier on this year, Ralph Rangnick left Manchester United. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. On my next video, I'll be giving you my predicted 11 for the Liverpool game. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.